Welcome back to Let's Talk Podcast. As usual, it's your girl Christina. I appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And if you enjoyed today's conversation, make sure you get into that comment section. I'd love to hear from you. Now, today we're going to be talking about Akaash, who is a comedian. He's been trending all over social media due to the simple fact that his wife decided to go online and tell the entire world how she used to pop her punani in the white boy frat houses when she went to college. Without further ado, let's jump right into the video.
That is fucking wild. That is absolutely fucking wild, bro. Hold on. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, bro, like, this is what happens when you don't have red pill awareness, bro. That's really all I can say. This is what happens when you don't have red pill awareness. I've never even seen this video. I thought it was bad with the ATM shit. Basically, I call him Akaash ATM. That's his real name now. This is a fucking bro. What?
It's a public service announcement to all the simps, the losers of the world. It's time to get red pilled. Now, you may not like Myron Gaines. In fact, you might hate him. But one thing he is not is wrong about the Akaash situation being way worse than he expected. In case you don't know the backstory, Akaash is a famous comedian who married his dream woman. You know, she was a virgin, younger than him, attractive, and so he has made it, right, guys? You know, happy wife, happy life.
Weird ass Akaash Singh and his disrespectful wife in this whole pay pig situation. But alas, the internet has surfaced yet another piece of content from a couple of years ago that continues not to let this man breathe.
They are not.
And I'm absolutely here for it to dissect it, because this one is impossible to ignore.
Can't ignore it.
I can't watch! I can't watch!
This is sad.
I can.
That floor.
Internet's shitting on him, and it's okay. It's okay, guys. We are going to spend some time trying to defend the indefensible. My Little Indian.
See, that's my, yeah, I got a problem. Because you said My Little Indian, and right now, the anthem from My Little Pony popped in my head. My Little Indian, My Little Indian.
I can't believe Preach cut his hair. Believe it or not, he doesn't look bad at all.
You're like the most prude, super shy, no affection, no PDA whatsoever. It's like you don't like the dude, man. It's as if you were like just with him for money. And for what I just saw, that's what it seems, bruh. When he proposed again, it wasn't about love. You know, it was about, oh my God, look how big the ring is.
See, what I want you guys to understand is when you have men within your circles. So I say within his circles, I understand that these are YouTubers. Some of them actually did do comedy shows and things like that. I think Abba or both of them may have actually done stand-up. What I mean is that these guys roll within the same circle, you know, very similar, living the same, similar lifestyle, things of that nature. And when men within your same circle don't have respect for you, they're mocking you. There's even people that talks about weight loss and natty or not is even doing a video on this. This tells you how bad it truly has gotten. When a woman decides to make a fool of herself, what she doesn't understand is that us as women, we have a tremendous amount of power over men. And it's due to the society. Society has created this idea for us that when we do something stupid, irresponsible, we actually make the man look bad. We embarrass him. Now, men can embarrass women, but a lot of times our character, our career, things like that are not going to get tremendously affected. We're able to move on. For example, when the Jay-Z thing happened with the lawsuit, they were like, man, Beyonce, you need to leave him. You don't need no man like that. Get up out of there, girl. Nobody was dragging her through the mud like that. It was a few people talking here and there, but 9 times out of 10, when a man does something foolish, they feel sorry for the women, they put pity on the woman, and they want to support her in any way that they can. And they'll be glad to drag the man through the mud. But when the woman says something and does something embarrassing, foolish, or even disrespectful towards her marriage and herself, and even children if she has any, A lot of times it affects the man. It affects his integrity. It affects everything that he says. It even affects his career. He posted about his tour coming up, and the comments were full of people either mocking him, picking at him, or attacking him, or calling him hypocrite, all kind of different names, all because his wife decided that she wanted to go online and share with the world about how she pops her punani. That being said, let's get back into the video.
Look good, Mr. Armstrong. Armstrong.
She turns her head every time. Turns her head again. His own proposal.
On Saturday when I saw her,
this one was pretty bad. Like, this one was really bad. Like, I had trouble watching it.
And she said, I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
She's a good liar.
Then she's a good liar.
That's a friend.
Then she's a good liar.
That's a friend.
No, I don't want those gifts.
I know. Why not?
I don't like, I don't care about, I like tangible goods.
Not.
She's steady, like, shoving, like, moving her head and, like, shoving. This is so embarrassing.
I don't like, I don't care about,
Your man is weird about periods. That's a red flag. Break up with him immediately.
No, if he's weird about periods, what do you mean by it? You're telling women to break up with their man if he's weird about periods. And she's going to get into an example of what she means by him being weird.
No pun intended, because when I was in college, I dated this guy. You know, he didn't want to fool around when I was on like the heaviest days of my period. Okay, totally understandable. I get that. And I was like, oh, great. Good news. My period ended. Like, we can like have fun tonight, blah, blah. And he was going down on me. Like, wouldn't you know it, I was still spotting. And also, if you're like poking around down there, like more blood can sometimes come out.
So you're telling women to break up with their man because a man doesn't want to be intimate with you while you're on your cycle. That is so disgusting. And the thing is, we see a lot of these women, oh my goodness, she's so beautiful and so pretty. Oh my God, look how she looks. And yes, she is a very beautiful woman. But this is disgusting. How are you going to tell a man that he should be okay with messing around with you while you're on your cycle? And then you're telling women that this is actually a problem if he's not okay with that.
Even if your period is over, like looked at me with so much disgust.
He should.
And I'll never forget that moment. Like, I felt so
You should feel shame.
and so dirty, and
yeah.
like he was like, how could you do this to me? Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. So for context, I went to college from 2011 to 2016. The top like 4 songs when I came back for my sophomore year: Click, Pop That, Bands Make Her Dance, Birthday Cake, the 2 Chainz, Birthday is Your Birthday. I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
You and your husband split finances.
We don't. If you want to work, all for that. But like,
this one is wild. So she asks her, and this question is asked quite a bit, and the answer is actually a normal response.
Like, any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his account, that's a fucking red flag. His money is our money and my money is my money.
That is so selfish. What type of relationship are you in that where you guys are not coming together as a unit, as a family, bringing all the finances to the table and being responsible and making responsible decisions? And we're going to get into where this comes from. We're going to get into why this is not surprising that he married a woman like this. Because see, he is a year older than me, which means the same thing I watched growing up and the same thing that I was exposed to growing up. Happy wife, happy life, things of that nature. My dad used to say it's cheaper to keep her. All the different things that we were exposed to growing up, he was exposed to it too. So it's not surprising that he married a woman that would say, I want you to know that what is mine and what is yours is ours. So you have to share with me, but I don't have to share with you. That is so selfish. And the idea that you think because you're a woman that somehow that's okay. How would any woman like if that was their son? If their son was treated this way and abused this way, because that's what this is.
The thing I wanted to talk to you guys about that are so funny is, Akaash, I know Naveen hasn't or is the scammer, but have you been a scam before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, yeah.
Did you just call me a scammer?
Yeah, you are a scammer.
Yeah.
No.
There's a difference being a scammer and being a hustler. Two very different things.
Okay.
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer who
I'm not
hustles.
gonna lie, that was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have an orgy.
So she says in front of her husband, saying that she wants to have an orgy with this man because what he said was so sexy. Now listen, maybe these two have an open marriage. Maybe so. Maybe they have a relationship with that's the type of things they dabble in. And if that's what they are into, that's their business, fine. But this is not the image that he puts off. He claims that she was a virgin when they met. He doesn't portray his wife in that particular light, from what I know of. So when you hear her saying things like this, it just seems so disrespectful. And even if you were in an open relationship, should you be saying in front of everybody, what this man standing next to you just said turned me on so bad, I want to be banged out by both of you?
Come on.
Two butthole stories. So one time I met this guy on Tinder. This was before Bumble or Hinge. Like this was like in the OG days of the app. And this guy, he was like some how do you say half Asian, like baddie. Wasian. That's the word. Yeah, Wasian. Actually in the Bay. That's when I was living in the Bay Area. And I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore.
Oh my God.
And I remembered that I was like trying to finger me in my asshole. I'm like, first of all, we were not on those like terms. But anyways, so that was non-consensual.
So this is what I'm talking about. We live in a generation where everybody wants to tell. We don't have to tell everything. Not every story needs to be told. But sometimes I think we do this for clicks and views and likes and attention. And not all money is good money. And that's what people must understand. The embarrassment that she's causing on this man, even within his career. Like I said, you go to his videos and you go to his tour release and all those things, you'll see the people aren't talking about his shows. They're not talking about his talent. They're talking about her and how she has just basically embarrassed herself and embarrassed him along the way. And again, the reason a lot of this is happening is not just because it's shocking to hear a woman speak like this, but it's also because of the image that he portrayed about his wife.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you believe her?
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. Yeah. I remember I was just like, what? But she was 22, I was 31. There was an age gap.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. So I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy and you haven't seen Nav yet.
And we all
but
looked
wait
at
till
that.
you see him.
So this
His
is her
body
husband.
Goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. You just know that Nav is like at least 10 inches.
So she's talking about another woman's husband right in front of her, talking about his penis size, talking about how handsome he is and this and that. And again, if they got some kind of open relationship going on, hey, I'm not with it. But if that's the type of relationship they have, it makes sense that she's saying these things and she's behaving this way. But should she be having these type of conversations for the world to see? While people are considering his peers are actually roasting him, disrespecting him, mocking him, making a fool out of him. This is so embarrassing. And as wives, that's not what we're supposed to do. We are supposed to help our husband looks good. We're supposed to support them. We're supposed to help them. We are helpmates. That's what we're there for. And in return, they help us. We uplift each other. We support each other in our endeavors and different things that we want to be involved in. But to go online and just embarrass yourself and embarrass him is horrible. Now, what I want to get into now is I want to get into the simp era. So what is the simp era? See, like I told you, he was born a year before me. He was born a year before me. So we pretty much grew up on the same things, the same ideology, the same videos, the same movies. And a lot of time, we don't like to admit it, but what we see and what we watch online and on TV, it does form an idea in our minds of who we're going to be or what we're going to be into or what we're going to accept. And if you look at what we were watching growing up, him and I, because I'm pretty sure he looked at these things too, there was a pattern. This is the pattern. The man was never good enough for the woman. And you're going to see, we're going to go into a couple of very popular shows. The man was never good enough for the woman. He was a nerd, or he didn't have much money, or whatever the case is. The status wasn't as high as hers, and he wanted her. He chased after her. And she didn't want him until he got a woman. And then somehow it didn't work out, and he ended up having to chase her down at the altar to get her to be with him. And she finally gives the geek, nerd, loser a chance. And this is the pattern. This is what they do. And meanwhile, these women that they're chasing are running through men, messing with this man, that. And he's just like, baby, please take me back. But again, it's not until he goes and get another woman that she actually says, you know what? Maybe he is attractive. Maybe he is somebody that I want to talk to. So let's get into the video. This is what we're going to talk about today. The simp era.
Who's taking you? To the mall, and the answer is no.
Oh, well, what was the question?
Can I go to the mall with you?
Sure, baby, let's go.
I know I'm not worthy of you, but I just can't help loving you. It's like wanting to touch a star. You know you'll never reach it, but you've just got to keep trying.
You see what he's saying? I'm not worthy of you. And this chase goes on for a very long time in Family Matters. And anyone who watched it, it wasn't until he got a girlfriend that Laura actually even cared anything about him. And even then she kind of played around. But then when he turned into Stefan, that's when she was like, ooh, I really want you now.
Why do you always say things like that?
These last 2 weeks have been wonderful for me. It's the closest I'll ever get to marrying you. That's why I wanted you to have this. No strings attached, just the one to my heart.
I sure was shocked when you invited me to spend Christmas Eve with you.
You were?
Why, yes. I can only think of 2 reasons why you would extend such a wonderful invitation. Well, either your feelings for me have changed, or you've suffered a nervous breakdown.
Even he knows something's not right. You would have to suffer a nervous breakdown to want to be in a relationship with me. Someone who, and anyone that watched the show, he fought guys twice his size. He encouraged her when she didn't feel the prettiest or the smartest at the time. He supported her when guys would break up with her and treat her bad. He would constantly try to help her in any way he can and be there for her constantly. So even he knows you must have a mental break to want to talk to someone like me. How disgusting is this? That we're watching these TV shows where these men that have a lot to offer are just chasing after these women, and these women are just running through all the men that they want, but then they get to decide when they're ready to settle down, when they're ready to give him a chance. But he can just chase her down all he wants.
Actually, my feelings about you have changed.
Exactly. The work, the years, the groveling.
But not the way you think.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's just put it this way. From now on, I'm going to try very hard not to hurt your feelings.
How many times do I have to tell you? Steve and I are not an item.
Ain't nobody talking about you. I'm seeing someone.
Now, anyone who watches Steve Harvey's show, Steve Harvey chased Regina down, trying to get with her, trying to be with her. And I get it. They had a bad history because he picked on her when she was Miss Piggy, when she was overweight. And then when she lost weight, all of a sudden he want to talk to her. So I get the dynamic. But he chased her, and she would just run through different guys, and he would just keep trying to get a chance and get a chance and get a chance. And it wasn't until he decided to get a woman and stop trying to chase after her that all of a sudden she's interested.
You met someone? How nice.
Yeah, her name is Nina, and she is a keeper. She is beautiful, she is articulate, and she says those 3 words that every man loves to hear. No, I'll pay.
Regina, it's Steve. Open the door, please.
Here you go. Here's a chase.
It's really not a good time right now.
Regina, what I gotta say to you cannot wait.
Hi. Sorry, they just finished the final alteration.
Here's the scene. He chased her. She run through all these different men. Somehow the relationship doesn't work. And right when she's about to finally marry this other guy, he swoops in at the last minute and begs and pleads for her back.
Always knew you'd make a beautiful bride. Look, Regina, I got something I gotta say.
Wait, Steve. You sure you want to do this?
Yeah, I'm positive. Look, Regina, ever since we came back in each other's lives, I kind of felt like we were meant to be together. The way I feel about you, Regina, I've never felt this way about another woman before. You know, but I always knew that I had to have everything exactly on point before I could step to you. Wow, almost waited too late.
And that's what a lot of these women do to the man that ain't on their level. See, if he's super fine and he's tall, he got a big wanker, then he don't have to have everything together. Oh, she'll give him a chance. Look what Akaash wife said. I was popping my punani in all the white guy frat houses. What? But somehow, oh, if he doesn't sleep with me on my cycle, dump him. Or if he doesn't give you everything and wants nothing back from you, then that's not a good relationship. What? So see, this is what they make certain men think. You know, the last choice. You know, nothing was working out. Every relationship they tried, nothing was working out. But finally, that guy who just wouldn't ever leave, you know, that geek, that nerd, that dude that isn't financially at the level that I am at. His looks are not where my looks are at. You know, he doesn't walk within the same circles as me, or doesn't look good as me, or speak well as me, or whatever the case may be. Now I'm going to give this loser a shot.
Look, I know you're standing here in a dress chosen to marry another man, but as long as you haven't said I do, then I'm not too late. Marry me, Regina.
Now, this is Dwayne and Whitley, and their relationship was a mess. But in the beginning, anyone who watched the show, you know that he was chasing the heck out of her.
I don't have to flirt. Men hit on me, I don't hit on them. You should know. Or can't Julian see that?
Maybe Julian needs to go through Dwayne Wayne.
So she's complaining about the man who wants to be with her, who's always there for her, who listens to her when she's going through her problem, about how another man doesn't appreciate her. There's another man that I'm messing with. I'm ignoring you. I'm looking past you for whatever reason. You know, you don't look good enough. You don't have enough money, whatever the case is. I'm looking past you. And I'm looking at this guy. He doesn't treat me good. So I come run back to you so that I can feel good about myself. And this is why a lot of men need to be mindful of being friends with women. Because a lot of time, not all the time, but a lot of time, these women use these men and the relationships that they have with them, the friendships that they have with them. They take advantage of these men financially, emotionally, mentally. They depend on them to guide them and lead them while they're popping their punanis with other men. And this is a perfect example. This woman just said, why can't he see it?
Sensitivity training. So tell me, who's this special guy?
I think I'll keep you guessing.
You always do.
What about that is cute? He's interested in you. He wants to be with you. He wants to have a relationship with you. But she's messing around with all these other men and just making him chase her.
Alone in Japan, nobody to talk to. These summer flings can be so intoxicating.
Hey, that's not the deal.
I didn't mean.
Hey, I know what you meant. Will you?
And here's the marriage scene. And believe it or not, it's a lot of shows that's like this. She's getting married and he comes in and he's like, please be with me.
Blessed are those who ask the questions, brother.
Really? I love you, and if you'll have me, I want you to be my wife. What the hell are you doing? Hey, I'm sorry, Byron. I love her.
Die! Just die!
Let her go, man. Will you have me, Dwayne, as your lawfully wedded husband from this day forth to having a whole and richer for poorer? Baby, please! Please!
I do! She said, and I do.
But to whom? Oh, wow. Holy shit. Yeah.
Exactly. Holy crap. You heard what he said. So am I surprised that he chose to be with a woman that would not only embarrass herself, but it would embarrass him as well? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all because it's an era that we grew up in. We grew up in a simp era. The R&B music, the TV shows, the sitcoms, the movies, men constantly chase after women. The women disrespect the men, hit on men, treated them like crap, yelled and screamed at them. This is the type of image that marriage was given to us on a silver platter within the American culture, at least from where I grew up in. And if he was around some of the similar things that I was around our age group, then you know that, yeah, he's pretty much been indoctrinated to an extent. And it's really sad. None of this should be celebrated. Honestly, it shouldn't even be mocked. But it's going to happen because this is the power that women have over men. And we have to understand as women that with this power that we have, that society has given us to make or break the men that we claim we love, we need to be way more responsible with that power that we have. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's conversation. I hope you hit that like, subscribe, and hit the comment section up. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think that he's just programmed to think that this is what a marriage should be? Is he so infatuated by her looks and her sex appeal that he can't see past that? Either way it goes, I hope that somehow that this married couple can work things out and be able to get back on the right track.